I was wrong, okay? I'm not blonde. I forgot how filming schedules work. I forgot that this is filmed a week in advance, and I forgot that I had to film 2 videos in a row this weekend. Oopsie. I got the boring normal hair, okay? I have not leveled up yet. I have not changed eras, but I will. Trust me. I want to go through my transition journey today. I've talked about my transition probably in detail, scattered across all the other videos, like infinity stones. There are little pieces of transition in all of my videos, but I wanted to condense them down into one infinity gauntlet. I don't know why that's the thing I'm going for, but I guess I've been playing a ton of Marvel Rivals. America's ass? How about my f***ing ass? I need heal. I wanted to just get it out chronologically, share my experience of this transition journey experience. Just what I went through, how I got to where I am right now, which I think is 4 years in. Can't remember. So, like everybody, there were signs, but I was too dumb to understand them. All kinds of things as I grew from like a little kid into like a teenager into a young adult that were just signs that I, possibly may be trans, and I didn't understand any of them. One of the biggest, I would say, was whenever I would look in a mirror, I would dissociate. I would stare into the mirror, I would see myself, and then I would kind of go into like a weird out of body, like that person isn't me. I'm the brain inside. I grew up in a rural area in the countryside. I had the internet, I had TV. It's not like I didn't know trans people existed, but I also kind of didn't know trans people existed. It's one of those things where like,
yeah, people are trans, but not me.
I never really thought about it. I just thought I was me. I got exposed to more concepts when I went to university, and it still did not help. I still did not question anything. Apparently, I was just not very inquisitive. I started to kind of dress up more as I got into my like early 20s when I was in university, away from home, and it just didn't mean anything to me. Like, I felt good. I felt happy. I was kind of drawn to it. It was like a pull. I couldn't really explain it. I used to play female-only characters in video games. Like, I would always choose the female option. Didn't question it, but it was, again, a pull. I just had to. But for me at the time, it hadn't come from anywhere. There was no, like, explanation. I hadn't seen anything. There's no outside source tricking me into being trans as if that would actually ever be a thing. It just was from the pits of my brain.
Play the female character. It makes you happy.
But it was a little bit deeper than that. It wasn't until I was dating somebody during university that they kind of challenged me on it. Like, I would say wild things when I was a bit intoxicated, like, if I had a choice, I would be born as a woman, or that I just liked female clothing options. Like, I was jealous because they have way more options than guy clothes. There's way more female clothing. I would just say those things and not really think about it. I would think them, I would say them. It didn't mean anything to me. But this person at the time, they questioned me, they challenged me on it, and I'm very grateful that they did, because it meant that like I actually sat with it and I had to come up with reasons, and they pushed me to look into it more, and I did. It was lockdown, it was COVID during my like end of second year towards start of third year of university, so we were all kind of locked in, and I was in student halls, which is, where students live away from home, with this partner, and I got to explore being gender fluid. They would do my makeup, I got to talk to my friends about it, and they were very, very supportive, which was great. Obviously, they weren't, super clued up, or like, I guess they didn't understand, but they were nothing but supportive, which I'm really, really grateful for. I remember being so happy I got to explore makeup and clothes. Like, every day that I got to do makeup, I felt good. I started doing like feminine body workouts a little bit. Like, I still was certain that, it's just gender fluid, it doesn't mean anything. I'm not transitioning. I was very determined that I wasn't going to, and I wasn't trans because that's difficult and a big deal. And that wasn't me. I knew at the back of my head though that wasn't true, and that I probably should, and that I want to. I related to way too many trans memes. At the time when I was exploring, I saw like trans timelines, I saw what estrogen could do, I realized that it was possible, and I just kind of stuffed it down a little bit because I was scared to upturn my life so drastically, because it could ruin friendships or relationships or family or all those things that people are usually quite scared of. I was scared of too, but I just couldn't bring myself to accept that. I couldn't bring myself to say it or tell people, so I just stuck, to the company line that I was chilling and it's just gender fluid and it doesn't mean anything. I started to realize that when I wasn't, dressed up or in makeup, I wasn't very happy. I didn't like it. I didn't like myself. And it was still lockdown, so I had to move home, and all of that dressing up and exploring experimentation, it just stopped. It had to stop. I was too scared. I didn't want to tell my family. I didn't think they'd understand. So I just stopped. I chilled out on it. Fine, cool, doesn't matter. It did matter. It mattered a lot. I was instantly just really sad. The thing that kind of broke me out of this and made me realize that I needed to transition, it was a mix between seeing people online, seeing trans content creators who were happy and thriving and they transitioned and they were beautiful, and that gave me oh, it's possible. That was the foundation. And then one morning I just woke up depressed. I went upstairs to brush my teeth. I saw myself in the mirror and I remember my internal dialogue being so negative, so hateful to me and myself. I hate my body, I hate myself, I hate this. And that was a bad click. Let me try again. It kind of clicked. I don't think I should be waking up every day and cursing the flesh that I was born in. I think that, that means that my thoughts of transitioning really, really do mean something. And I gotta act on this, otherwise what the fuck is gonna happen? If I am already at this point of depression and hating myself, it's only gonna get worse. It was like a light switch. I was I'm doing it. Depression isn't something that I suffer with, luckily. It's not something that's very common to me. So whenever bouts of it pop up in my life, I know it's because something is wrong. So this was that, something was wrong and I was gonna change it. I told my friends that I was gonna try a new pronoun and we were all gonna move in together soon anyway. So I kind of decided that that would be the date that my transition would go. I wanted people to take me seriously, which is kind of a negative that it sucks that I felt that was necessary. But if I was gonna transition, I wanted people to take me seriously, I'm a woman now. I'm no quitter. I'm no faker. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was just I want my friends to take me 100% seriously and that this is the new normal. And then it was time to tell family, I guess. I told my mom that when I went back to university, I would maybe talk to a gender specialist, which was a complete lie. I was not gonna do that. I was completely set 100% on my transition. I knew it was right for me, but I wanted to approach it lightly, I guess. I wanted to be don't freak out, I'm gonna talk to a pro. I obviously did end up talking to one anyway because you have to get HRT in the UK. So I did go through that experience of really making sure, but at the time it was just a lie. And she, luckily, again, was really supportive. It's not that I didn't think she would be, I just didn't know. And she was fantastic. She gave me the option to tell the rest of my family and that was great because I really did not want to because I was scared. So she told the rest of my family. Luckily, again, they were all accepting. One person that wasn't accepting was my dad. I told them last because I was the most scared because I just knew they weren't gonna like it. I knew their ideals, I knew what they were like as a person. I knew that they were not going to be happy or supportive, and I was on the money with that one. So I told them last, and we don't talk anymore. So I decided that moving in with my friends, new year of university, new era. That's when I start my social transition, and I did, and I started voice training a little bit before I went out. I've talked in multiple videos about voice training, how I kind of did it wrong, but I got it right. I did the baby trans phase. I wore the all pink. I'm not showing embarrassing pictures. I showed them in the last damn video. I have been through enough torture showing you all that. They were really bad outfits, okay? I know this one is just mid, I'm not really trying, but like, I can dress now. I went through hell to get here. I earned my stripes. I practiced makeup in that time, and now I can do makeup, not to any skillful level, but competently and quickly. Takes me like 40 minutes. I think I can do it in 10 if I absolutely had to. My social transition started in July. I got HRT in September. I used a private healthcare system in the UK that was affordable and quick. I'm not gonna name them because I don't want to I don't want to promote anything like this because sometimes they turn out kind of dodgy. So it was kind of a scary couple months. I lived in a not great area at the time, so going out is scary. I had some incidents of like harassment. Luckily, it was only 2, and luckily it was nothing serious. But then I got HRT and I was just happy, and I was pretty much happy the entire time. Like, it was lockdown. My dad didn't want to talk to me anymore. University final year, and life was scary, but like, I remember being very, very happy. I got to try new clothes. I got to try out makeup. I got to experiment just with my style and personality. I tried voice training, and my friends were incredibly supportive the entire time. I was incredibly cringe, but I was incredibly free. And I'm very proud of past me, like I've said, for being so brave. I don't really think I was brave though. I think I was just delusional. I was just like, this is fun, and didn't really stop to think, should everything be all pink? Do you really need to wear like slutty ass outfits all the time? Maybe you could just kind of chill. One thing for me is that I didn't think I passed until maybe like 2+ years in. Looking back, I think I did at like 8 months of HRT. You know, my haircut could have used work. My body was less passing than my face, so I could have done better at like styling or whatever. I didn't keep a journal thingy. I didn't keep any photos, so I didn't really see my own changes, which kind of makes you go a bit crazy. You really kind of should do that. I couldn't tell what HRT was doing to me or how it was changing me because I saw a very slow progression in the mirror. I take a lot more photos now, and even then, between like, as I said in the last video, between like year 1 to now year 4, I've changed tons still. I basically didn't think I passed for ages, and it did take away my confidence. The one negative I had was that my kind of confidence and like lust for life were sucked out of me a little bit. Ew. Why did I say it like that? Ew. Sucked out of me. Not lust for life in terms of like, I'm unhappy. I was very happy. Lust for life in terms of like, just going outside. As a guy, it was easy. I could just go out. I didn't have to try. I didn't have to really put very much effort into what I wore. Didn't have to do my hair or anything. I just whoosh, go outside, and I didn't really have to worry about safety. And then everything kind of changes. And now on top of all the female experiences of having people like talk to you or like, you know, cackle or whatever the hell is happening, just approach you more. You also have the trans experience of being scared of harassment or not passing or all that scary stuff. So I kind of was a bit of a shut-in for a while. It still kind of sucks now, but I think now it's more of a shared female experience, and that if I'm really not feeling it and I want to be lazy, it kind of is a bit spooky going out the house, because I don't feel myself unless I am trying with my outfit or my makeup or whatever, and then you can kind of get into that feeling like a bit of a shield. It's all brainworms. We all share the same brainworms. Origin story. Maybe this will help you in some way. Maybe you were just kind of trying to figure out the icky origin story. That's the fake story. The real story is that, like, you know, on the 3rd day, God said, and I was created. And now I do this. Maybe it helps you in some way. Maybe it was just filling time whilst you eat dinner. Either way, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I'm gonna plug some stuff. Patreon, streaming, other YouTube channel. There you go. I did it really quickly this time. Mwah. Hey Asha, I don't have a funny outro bit. This is the funny outro bit. Here, can you make something funny happen? Right here. Sucked out of me. Wow, that was such a funny outro sting.